The good stuff. Does life have meaning without God? Can life be meaningful without God and without eternity? That is a quality question. You understand? A quality question. Does life have meaning without God? Well, relative to opposing opinions and opposing theories, no, it can't. One of the leading theories in this space of cosmology and theology, biology, if you will, is evolution. One of the leading theories. Mind you, it's a theory. It's a theory. It's not truth. It's not reality. It's a theory. It's not even a good hypothesis. It's a theory. Anyway, um, evolution. According to evolution, we are here by time, matter, and chance. Time, matter, and chance. The issue arises that when we start asking where those three things came from, chance being measurement of mathematics and equations and the laws of mathematics, who created those? Because the question exists: who created? Did we create mathematics or did we discover mathematics? Now, of course, there's a ton of people that are just wrong who believe that we created mathematics. Somebody look up and Google who created mathematics. I don't know. Um, of course, we have matter. Now, it appears that the laws of thermodynamics say that matter can't be created nor destroyed. Where did the matter come from? And then time. Who began time? Who started time? If something dies, that means it has a beginning. That's a measurement in time. That's how we measure time, is the beginning and the end. If you take away one of those, we still have the end. That means it started. You can't have both. So we have matter, time, and chance. All those three things is how we get life. And we have to have all three at the same time. You can't have one without the other. So with those three things in place, evolution says that one day something blew up, which is known as the Big Bang, which has been disproven countless times. The Big Bang happened one day in time, someplace in time, that involved matter, something as small as they want to call it, because they'll say it's countless, it's so small, it's the size of an atom, and this spinning dot blew up into everything we see today. If that's true, some simple questions arise. How is it that the spinning dot came from nowhere? Because you'll have textbooks that say nothing blew up. Nothing is the absence of something. So what blew up? And then you say matter. Where did the matter come from? Because it can't be created nor destroyed. Was that matter always there? Why did it blow up? Where did the energy come from for it to blow up? And again, all this leads into meaning, because we can't. How can anything have meaning if it's there by chance? No one goes to a casino and says, "I was always meant to win this money," or "always meant to lose this money." It's literally mathematics. It's chance. It's chance. It has no meaning. It's science. One plus one is two. What is the meaning of that? It's it's quite obvious. One plus one is two. You can't dig deeper than that. Mathematics doesn't have layers in terms of philosophy. Mathematics just is. So, um, there's so much we can talk about that in regards to cosmology, how we all got here, why are we all here? But it's a question we have to ask, because humans create everything to solve a problem. Why? Necessity is the mother of invention. Everything you see around us, there's a lamp right here, just out of frame. Why is this here? Because my shot was dark and I was backlit and I was drowning out. I need some light. This lamp was created to emit light. It's just there. It was there to solve a problem. It replaced candles. It replaced fire. We just can't have fire burning everywhere. Fireplaces were built to accommodate fire. Lamps were built to replace fire. We used to have fire. You get the point. We create things to solve problems. So why is it that the human is here by chance, but everything we create is here intentionally? Why is it that we can fly at the speed of sound, but nothing else on the face of the planet can? No other organism can fly at the speed of sound. Why is it that humans can dive to the deepest part of the ocean and then come back to land and breathe air, but no other organism that is currently down there or currently on land can do that? Simple questions. How do we create music? By acknowledging the reality that music is ran by laws. But how did music evolve? How did math evolve? Did science evolve itself? Or is science a measurement of what currently intends to happen most of the time? How did time begin? All the evidence that again, we all perceive because we have to interpret the science, but all the evidence from my studying points to humans having a purpose of being here. Purpose. Death defines life. If we're all going to die one day, that means everything we're doing now should have some type of meaning, purpose, something. To me, my meaning is relationship and solving a problem for a person or a group of persons. That's the purpose of human being. That's the meaning of human life, is to solve problems for other people. You have the best career in your life, but you're not getting fulfillment from that. Go do something else. Go do something else. Because you should be getting some. Your purpose on this planet is to solve a problem for a person or a group of persons. I'm living in my purpose currently by doing this. Somebody's going to have, they receive some type of benefit from watching this, hopefully. Hopefully. So, in regards to your first question, because again, you pointed to God. God created us, is my opinion. It's my theory. It's my hypothesis. And there seems to be meaning that, and there seems to be evidence that intelligence creates intelligence. Intelligence creates things, people, and stuff, and nouns. Things that are created come from intelligence. Name something that exists on the earth that did not come from intent of intelligence. Nature? Why is there order in nature? Is the question that there's so many layers of this that simple questions just point you back to God. So it is my opinion that life does not have meaning without God. Otherwise, what is the purpose of suffering? Why is there pain? Why do good people, perceivably, relatively, suffer? Why do good people die of cancer? Is there any meaning behind that, or is it just suffering? The issue with atheists, the issue with people that don't believe in God, is that they will use suffering as the reason of, well, if there's an all-loving and powerful God, then why is there suffering? And my question is, let's say you're right. Let's say the atheist is right. There is no God. There's no higher power. The suffering is still there. You did not solve anything by removing God. You removed the hope. That's it. The suffering is still there. So by inserting a higher power, a higher purpose, you realize there's a reason for that. Perfect example would be the vaccine, which we dare not speak of. We dare not talk about. But as children, we all got vaccines. We all got shots. Chicken pox, measles, all these things. Flu shots. Why is it that a parent knows best than a child? Because they have a better view and perspective of the world based off experience, lived experience. The child is getting the shot and saying, why is my parent allowing this doctor to insert this needle upon my person? Why is that allowable? Why are they allowing them to inflict pain upon me? And the parent knows this is going to help prevent this. And despite all the many different opinions, we're not here to talk about the opinions on vaccines and all that stuff. But you get the point. The parent knows if I give them this should help prevent this. And so this temporary pain prevents long-term pain. That's kind of the point. So if you look at the pain of human suffering, obviously there's a ton of variables you can't account for, like cancer and genocide and all these things that are clearly evil. And evil? How do you have evil without good? That's a question that atheists struggle to answer. How is it that you can have evil on this planet, and then you say, well, that's evil? As opposed to what? Good. What's the ultimate evil? Suffering? Death? Torture? What's the opposing side? Love. Kindness. Empathy. Who put the spectrum in place? Who created that? How do we have evil and good? How do we measure the difference between those things? We need a moral law. How do we get a moral law? It can't be from a human. Look at the laws of the actual physical world. We have legal laws. Who writes those? Humans. Well, are you saying that a human gets to write the moral law? A single human, a group of humans gets to say, this is right and wrong. Killing is wrong. Stealing is wrong. Are those opinions? What happens when those humans die? Do those laws stay in place? Do we get to change them? Is next week, are we going to legalize murder? I don't know. But it can't be a human that comes up with a moral law. It has to be someone outside of us, outside of time, outside of matter, and outside of chance. That means it can't be human. So to answer your question directly, because we took the long way around, life cannot have meaning without God. It can't, by definition. Can life be meaningful without God and without eternity? Eternity is a ongoing equation that we try to measure for, but it's a measure of nothing. Eternity is a measure of everything and nothing. We don't know how long it is. It's endless. It's timeless, which means eternity doesn't exist in the physical world. It exists outside of it, which brings in a worldview of where do we go when we die? And of course, that's the ongoing conversation of, do we come back reincarnated? Is that all? Do we just lay in the dirt forever and decompose and nothing else happens? But of course, the question that I bring up, where does the mind go when we die? Because the mind is separate from the brain. They're not the same thing. The brain is physical, the mind is not physical. Like information is not physical. Like music is not physical. Like mathematics, like the law of thermodynamics, they're not physical. They're written down, but it's information. Language is not physical. I'm communicating through non-physical means. The hardware is here, but the software is not. The software is not physical. So it's an ongoing conversation of, where does the mind go when we die? Speculate, conjecture. It goes to heaven or hell, or it goes to a middle ground of nothingness. I don't know. Ongoing conversation.